Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This video is an update to the Goose incident that happened on May 8th of this year, 2017. Okay, the day before, my boyfriend came home from work and he told me that there's some little kids out here killing birds. And I'm like, I don't want to hear about that. I don't, let's not even talk about it. And he's telling me I need to go to the office and tell the office. Now he knows what's going on. Why in the world is he not going to the office? Why do I have to go to the office? He's the one witnessing this. I'm not going to go outside and see these kids out there killing freaking birds. So the day passed. Uh, 10 o'clock. My son goes to school at 7. I dropped him off. Well, we leave the house at 7 because he has to be there at 7:20. So I go home, and then around 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock ish, maybe a little closer to 11, but I would just say about 10. Let's go with 10. That's why I've been telling all the people, the people at the office, that I was walking my dog about 10. And I walked around just told him I walked down those stairs, and then around the corner was the goose in the middle of the road. And I thought the goose would go away, the closer I got with walking my dog. And the goose got up, put his feathers out, his wings out, and just started coming towards us. I had to yank my dog, as a German Shepherd, to let's get going because the bird is just coming closer and closer to us, and my dog just think of my dog. She wants to sniff pee all freaking day. I mean, she just loves the smell of pee. So had to drag that dog because the freaking goose is coming. She sees it and she's barking, and I just like grabbed the dog. Let's go, let's go. We ran to the house, to the apartment, and next thing I know, there's a goose making all this noise at our door, and it was just out of control. I just couldn't believe that this was happening. And so I said, I will say, I'm videotaping this goose chasing, well, while I'm inside. This goose right outside my door. And I'm thinking, this goose is going to leave. She just, protecting her babies. And I know a little about birds, not much, I know enough to say if someone has a question, I will be able to answer it. And but I like dogs, cats, and I like birds, but I just know a lot about animals. But to break it down, birds, I don't know as much. I should be reading more on them, but I guess really not that interested. But and the I'm thinking close the door and the bird will go away. Well, to make a long story short, the bird, well, okay, I'm gonna say around 11, the bird was still here close to 12 o'clock, so I called animal control. Animal control is, going blah 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 blah, and they said that they had 3 calls before in a 24-hour period, 3 calls, and mine was the fourth. So about that goose, and they told me that the goose was just next door at an auto dealership. Now is okay. So I'm thinking that call animal control or the Humane Society, whatever you want to call it. Well, animal control. I called them. After talking to them, they said, "Well, we can't do anything about it." No, she didn't say that. She just said, "Okay, we'll be out there within." Yeah, that's what she said. We'll be out there within an hour. They never came, and and I'm like, here it is, 3 o'clock. The time is just going and going. I have to go pick up my boyfriend, so I had to leave the house to go get him. And when I leave the house, my son, who got off at 2 o'clock, is telling me that the people from the office is knocking on the door and they want to come in and search the apartment. Now, this incident happened at 10 o'clock, and it had to do with me. At when my son was at school, my daughter was here. Now, uh, but the thing is, they said if my son don't let them in, they're going to call the police because people out there is saying that he brought the Goose's babies into the house. I don't know how because my son was at school, and yesterday, the day before, there was no Goose out there, and this just really got blown out of freaking proportion. I mean, this was just out of freaking control. Now, I'm rushing to pick up my boyfriend to get back home. Traffic was out of control on the way back, and it took forever. And when I finally got here, the police, me and the police pulled up at the exact same time, and I'm telling them the story. And the thing is, they only should have been talking to me because my son wouldn't let them in the house, so that's why they called the police. And I'm telling them I walked the dog. The bird was around the freaking corner when I was walking the dog. The bird chased us back here. I mean, the bird was out here since 11 something in front of our door, 10ish, 11ish outside of our door, and it didn't. The park rangers didn't come to about 6, close to 7 freaking o'clock when all this was said and done. So when I got here, they came through our house looking for the bird because the kids outside said my son brought the bird into the house, the bird's baby into the house. How in the world could that happen when my son is at school and I was the only one that dealt with this freaking bird? But they still needed to come here because they had 4 witnesses saying that 4 kids saying that my son brought the bird into the freaking house, the bird's baby into the house. Now, if I knew that I needed to go to the office the day before to tell them that they were killing birds out here, this probably wouldn't even have happened. I mean, they get you at the time when you're not really thinking. You're just so freaking heated up. You're so mad, and you just want to call them all kinds of names. But a child of God, and you don't get anywhere. When I was walking my dog, there were no babies with that bird. And if I was thinking clearly, instead of hearing we have that bird, I would have told them this goose probably lost its mate and wanted to be with my dog. That goose probably thought my dog was its mate who probably died, got killed, hit by a car. Geese mate for life. And these people always get you when you're not ready. So talking to the police shoo the bird away and he came back. The bird just kept coming back. And finally, well, when he shooed it away, he kept the bird at bay another business in the around 6ish or in the 6s. Uh, Park ranger came and he stated the exact same thing, that it probably lost its mate. And it's like, why would you believe little kids over me? Because it happened to me. I'm the one who dealt with that bird. I'm the one the bird chased into the house. My son was at school, and there was no baby birds, baby geese out there when I was walking my dog and my son was at school. So how in the world can he be putting baby geeses in the freaking house? And no one here does stupid stuff like that. Don't separate babies from their mamas. You're talking about a whole nother bunch of people. And if those kids, black little kids out there killing birds, we got making of serial killers. That's who they need to be watching out for. Because my son does not go outside that much. And when he does, he just stands there. So, and all these kids around here, it's small little kids. He don't play with those kids. I mean, he's normally on his phone playing video games. When he does go outside, it's with the whole family. We're leaving to go somewhere. Or if he does go outside by himself, it's because it's too freaking hot in here. Or he just want to get some fresh air. It's very rare to see my son outside. And they said they didn't know, and the kids also said they didn't know what my son looked like, but they know he brought the bird into the freaking house. That is freaking retarded. So the lady in the office looked around my house looking for a bird, and it's just it's stupid. I'm an animal lover. I don't do stupid stuff like that. When I was a kid, my friend's brother, just one of her brothers, was in my backyard with this a cat had kittens. He placed all those kittens under a board and he was getting ready to sit on. I got back there just in time. Something told me to go back there in my backyard when I was a kid. And I told that fool to get out of this freaking backyard. Now, why would I just, if I'm helping animals, well, I'm not going to take a bird. I know not to take birds because once you touch a bird baby, they no longer want that baby again. You know, it has the smell of human. But the thing is, I like animals. My kids like animals. We would never separate a baby from its mother. And then the next day, they had me. I couldn't sleep that day the day the incident happened. I was fit to be fried. And I know it's fit to be tied, but I'm saying fit to be fried. So I had to go to the office, and I explained to them folks that that bird did not have any babies the day that I walked that dog outside, and y'all shouldn't have been talking to my son. You should have been talking to me because I was the only one out there walking the dog when this incident happened. My son was not here. He was at school. So how in the world, from 10 o'clock when this incident happened to freaking 2 o'clock, he had some baby, that goose bird, that goose baby. I'm just all effed up around here. But they said, well, we had to do that, as part of the blah blah blah. And I don't want to hear that bull. I You should have been talking to me because it happened to me. They love to get you when you when you when you're not ready for it. If I knew this would have happened, I would have told the office first. I thought the goose would just go away after a while, but no, that goose stayed there from the time he walked to this door to the time park rangers took him to another park. Freaking 6, 7 hours. The goose did not go away. I had no idea that goose would still be sitting out there causing all kinds of problems. It would have blew. I never would have thought in a zillion years it would have blown up to that proportion, where you had to call the cops, call park rangers. We have no freaking goose baby in this freaking house. Alrighty, these people can get me worked up. It's just out of control. But I just wanted to let you guys know on that incident that they thought my son, who was at school, had that goose baby in this house, and that would never happen in a million years while I'm here, not on my watch. And when my kids were little, I was outside with them, making sure they stayed out of trouble. I don't want nobody saying my kids did anything because I was there. And these little black kids out here, parents are never out here. Never. And they causing all kinds of freaking problems. But the one person that watches their kids when they were little is the one that getting the fingers pointed at. No one knew what my son looked like because he rarely comes outside. All right, this video got too long and I'm getting angry. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Sorry it went this long. Um, it just was a very bad day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.